Hi. I am Amy Feldman, and I am with the beautiful Mar Allen, or I Dream of Jeannie today.
Making your wishes come true.
You are making my wishes come true. Because we're doing this fabulous podcast, and it's so much fun doing it with one of my best friends.
Yes.
And because I laugh with you all the time.
Every day, it's pretty much a laugh fest.
Yes,
I think that,
we have so much fun together, and I'm so glad people get to witness it now.
Yeah, we want to share this with you people.
Hopefully,
so get excited.
There's this little girl on the internet. She has almost 8 million views. She's probably like 7 years old, and she's playing guitar, singing a song that she created. I wonder what's inside your butthole.
What?
It's a question I know you always have when you meet people. But wait, she did a video. She's seriously like 6 or 7. She's really little. I'll show you the video.
I gotta see this.
Okay.
I wonder what's inside your butthole. I wonder what's inside your butthole. Maybe there's astronauts and maybe there's aliens all inside your butthole. What's inside your butthole? I always want to know what's inside your butthole.
Right?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there's some talent there.
Yeah, I think so. I think there's some talent there.
Yeah, well, it's a lot of views, so someone's liking it.
Somebody is.
Just like my husband, John Feldman, who is in a band called Goldfinger, saw it and did his own version. And
I gotta see that too. Okay.
I do have a recording of that,
okay,
Maura.
Okay, let's see that.
I wonder what's inside your butthole. I wonder what's inside your butt.
Oh no.
I wonder what's inside your butthole. I wonder what's inside your butt. Is it an alien? Is it an astronaut? Is it the president? I don't know. Oh, I wonder what's inside your butthole. I wonder what's inside your butt. Oh.
Yes. Oh, very nice. Very nice. I love it.
Yeah. So that is a cover song. I don't have any, but you know what happens is that song gets stuck in my head. And so I'm singing, I wonder what's inside your butthole all day long.
No, I just keep that to yourself.
And so I'm like, oh my God, how do I get the song out of my head? And so of course I revert back to, I like big butts, and again, not lie, because that gets stuck in my head too, but I'd way rather that one be stuck in my head than I wonder what's inside your butthole.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's my husband, he's very funny and amusing. Just like someone else is very funny and amusing.
Who could that be?
I'm going to keep you waiting.
Oh. The suspense is killing me.
And have you been watching any shows? Binge watching at nighttime, keeping up late?
Yes. Well, I'm in love with Netflix because it's like 5 seconds, next episode starts. So even if you want to go to sleep, forget about it. So I've been kind of obsessed with Joe Exotic. What about
Tiger
you?
King.
Oh, Tiger King. Yes. Well,
that's a good one.
That is a good one. A very, very...
could be disturbing as well.
Very, very much so. But...
Okay, so if you had to pick either Joe Exotic or Carol Baskin to hang out with for the day, who would you choose?
Hands down, Joe. Because Carol, she scares me. She's just too nice, and
too nice. All the laughing and giggling all the time.
I know. I really
cat outfits.
What is going on in that head of hers? Yeah, and her husband disappeared. So if I go hang out with her for the day, you might never see me again, and that could be really sad for you.
Okay, so I'm making you go with Joe instead.
All right. Joe and all of his boyfriends. Wow.
You would have fun. You would totally have fun.
Yeah,
Jerry O'Connell did the funniest Instagram post because he's got a bunch of animals at his house, rescue animals. And he did a really funny Instagram post with one of his cats named Captain, I think the cat's name was.
Yes, Captain.
Have you seen it?
Really, really tiny cat, I think.
It's more like a kitten.
Yeah, it's a tiny baby. It's a mini.
It's just the head.
Yeah.
Have you seen that one though?
I haven't, but I heard some rumors about it. So can you show it to me?
Oh, Maura.
Come on. I like visuals. Wait.
Hey everybody. Jerry Exotic here, one of our prize cubs. This is Captain. Very docile little kitty, little baby tiger cub. Oh, there he goes. Let's go.
I love that he doesn't have the shirt. Yeah, it's very
He's shirtless.
Yeah.
And his cat is the size of a rug.
Yes, he is huge, humongous. Yeah, I love that. Well, I definitely am a fan of Jerry's.
Yeah, Jerry is really, really funny and very entertaining. And that's why we are so lucky today that he's going to be joining us.
Get excited, everyone. It's all about laughing. Jerry keeps us laughing on a regular, actually, because he is not only just an entertaining person in general, but he actually has children that go to school with ours. So we get to see him on a regular basis.
We do. We are very lucky.
Very lucky. Unless you get him at the drop-off line, because he is so
He'll
popular.
hold up the line.
He is very popular. So whenever he's opening up doors, it's like, Jerry, get the backpack, get the kid out of the car, school's starting. We got to get this traffic line moving here.
Go, 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 go.
And Jerry's just chatting away.
He chit-chats with the cross guard.
Yeah, so you can't even get.
I always
get
when I'm
across the
leaving.
street.
There he is, chit-chatting with the cross guard.
Yeah. Yes, Jerry is a chatter.
So we have Jerry O'Connell, aka Jerry Exotic, with us today.
Woo,
Jerry, just got done watching your Instagram post with your animals.
We watched all that Joe Exotic stuff. I mean, it's been crazy. For those who don't know, all of our kids go to school together. Hasn't it been? I mean, how are your? I want to know how your kids are doing with like.
Are you going to interview us?
Yeah.
Well, no. I want to compare notes because I have to say, you know, our kids are all in school together here in Calabasas, part of this podcast. And I mean, we could tell a million funny stories about the drop off and how my car is the worst car of all the parents. And but like really the saddest moment for me was our kids were supposed to do what's called outdoor ed this week. Which
I know. Is that actually where you are? Are you at Outdoor Ed?
Yeah. But our kids look forward to it for 6 years. And then, of course, this quarantine sort of ruined it all. And I saw one of my daughters walking in place in front of her computer yesterday. And I went, "What are you doing?" And she went, "We're doing a virtual hike." And I was like, this is a low point for this quarantine.
I know. It's so sad.
Hiking. I am hiking. Oh, look at the butterflies.
Virtual butterflies.
Virtual butterflies. Oh, I got a virtual mosquito.
Yeah, no, it's super sad that they're not doing their outdoor ed. It's super sad that it's like their last year of elementary school and this is how it has to end. You know, no variety show, no graduation, no outdoor ed, all the big things that they look forward to for 5th grade all got canceled. And we're stuck at home with them.
And then it falls upon us to entertain them.
Will they have like a virtual graduation or something?
God.
I don't even know.
Put on your virtual gown.
Yeah. I'm going to take my kids on an outdoor ed. Yes.
Like special goggles on? Yeah. Thank you.
VR graduation. Yes.
Yeah, it's a very, very bizarre time.
Very bizarre.
But,
Crazy. Has there been anything good that's happened for you guys in this quarantine?
Yeah, right now.
Yeah, this is the good stuff that has come out of quarantine. You on our show.
You wouldn't say like getting to spend like real like home time with your kids.
Good quality time, family time.
We are enjoying that.
My kids won't leave their room. You know.
You know, I know also, you know, much like me, I know a lot of people in your family travel a lot. I mean, I have to guess everybody's just at home now, so that must be nice as well.
Sure.
Are you being sarcastic? Believe me, we love our families. We love our kids.
But enough's enough.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of being for real, you know? I mean, like, isn't it good? Like everyone is forced to be together. Isn't that kind of like, because guys, our kids are all 11, right? I mean, I know you have varying ages and all that, but our 2 kids are 11 and we're like this close to losing them to TikTok, boys, girls, malls, you know, messages, Snapchat, whatever, you know. Isn't it kind of nice that we get this sort of time right right now with them.
You tell me, Jerry. How's family time been?
It's not as terrible as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure my marriage was going to make it through this, but it's been pretty fun.
Yeah.
It's been good. But I
Good.
do have to say, seeing Charlie, who's my daughter, do a virtual hike yesterday, that was about it. I was like, okay, now I'm done.
That's all you remember about her 5th grade is virtual hike.
Virtual.
It's not far enough.
Yes, I agree.
Hey, who's the big Dolly Parton fan in your family? Because I know your daughter Dolly's named after her.
I have one daughter named Charlie, who's named after my brother, and another daughter named Dolly. And that is, my wife is a huge Dolly Parton fan and went to Dollywood when she was pregnant and saw Dolly in concert and said, we're going to name one of our daughters Dolly.
I'm obsessed with Dolly Parton.
We have a big fan over here.
I know.
Yes.
And then we all went to Pigeon Forge, and it was really, like, when the kids were a little bit older, it was really fun. It was really fun too, because when you go to Pigeon Forge, I hope I'm saying that right. Right? I think that's where Dolly Parton's from. So Pigeon Forge is a town in very close to it's Dollywood adjacent, and that's where you fly into. So you fly into Atlanta, and then you go to Pigeon Forge, and then it's a short drive from there. But from Atlanta to Pigeon Forge, on the flights, one of us got upgraded to first class, and so we let Dolly, my daughter, sit in first class.
No.
Yeah. And she was up there,
That's a
and the
long
stewardess
flight.
came by and said, do you want something to drink? And she went, no, that's okay. And the lady next to her said, you can get something to drink. And she went, oh, I don't know what, I'll just have a water. And the lady next to her went, no, get a Pepsi. Get a Pepsi.
Get a soda. Your parents aren't here.
Yeah.
It was the first Pepsi that my daughter ever had on her way to Dollywood. She was like 6. But I am a terrible parent for this. All of our kids do this, start virtual school, I guess, at 9 a.m. That's when they all start, right?
Yes.
I do now make my kids steamed milk with a little coffee at the bottom of it every morning.
You're a bad parent. I go pick up Starbucks for my kids in the morning.
Oh, okay. So I don't feel that bad.
Don't
Is
feel
Starbucks
bad.
still open during the quarantine?
The what?
Is Starbucks open right now?
Yes.
They reopen for pickup. You can
You
order
order
on your
and
app
you
and
pick it
pick
up.
up.
So you order on the app.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, good. I got to get that app.
Yeah, because that way you don't have to be steaming in the morning anymore.
They do like that steamed milk. They like to yell to you, can you make me a hot chocolate? Because I have the steamed milk, add a little hot chocolate, but the coffee, I might go for the coffee to kind of keep them moving throughout the day, because we kind of get to a lull. When I start drinking, I'm like, okay, they need something. So, maybe a little coffee shot to work out for them.
So they don't go nap all day.
Yeah.
It's funny to see addiction in those so young. It's interesting.
Keep on the straight and narrow.
Did Dolly keep that Pepsi addiction going?
No, we sort of keep them off the soda.
I'm so bad.
Chocolate, candy. Come Halloween, I have to, when we get all that candy, and I'm pretty sure we all trick or treat at the same place. As I established before in this podcast, all of our kids go to school at the same school. So we all go to that. It's like that 3-block radius where they close it off and have all those houses there and everything.
Yes.
My kids come back with a couple of garbage bags filled with chocolate. And I have to throw it. I have to throw it out of the house almost immediately because my wife and I will eat all of it.
Yes.
If it's sitting there.
I
It
know.
At least
So it's just gotta go.
What is it like being married to a Sports Illustrated swimsuit model?
My wife, Rebecca Romaine, for those who don't know, formerly Sports Illustrated cover.
Hi.
I mean, we're actually, just like really married. I mean, you're asking me during the quarantine. I wish I could tell you it was really amazing. I mean, we haven't killed each other yet. We're cooking a lot more. At first, that was a little experimental, but now we're sort of getting into a groove. My wife has really made some pretty phenomenal dishes. We still do takeout at our Indian restaurant on Ventura. Big shout out to
Which one?
Shalimar.
Oh, okay, nice.
Shalimar. Okay, we love to give some props to the local restaurants.
Sometimes when my wife is feeling very fancy, I'll get her Sugarfish, which is our
Ooh.
very expensive sushi place here in Calabasas.
Yes, it is. My son loves that place.
Let me give you a brief history of my time here in Calabasas. I moved here 15 years ago.
Wow.
That is crazy.
That is crazy.
I started dating my wife, who was recently divorced and was in a house here, and I was just her boyfriend, and I'd come out here, and I really thought of it as just a suburban area that was kind of quiet, and thought it was kind of boring, to be honest with you.
I think all of our husbands did.
It was fun to sort of come out to the suburbs and go to the movies. I remember my wife and I met in June, and we started dating over the summer, and I was out here for July and August, and I was like, this is crazy hot
Where
out
were
here.
you
It gets
living?
very
Before.
in West Hollywood.
Oh, okay.
So right in the city, really, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is before downtown LA was like I'm sorry to say this, livable. Like no one really lived down there. It was more of like a industrial space. I guess there was some loft space down there, but I lived in a condo in West Hollywood. And started dating my wife. It became a little more serious. And after about 3 years, after 2 years, we were engaged. Then I was living out here full time. And I was kind of into it, but it's not really until you have children that you're really into living in Calabasas.
It's
Agreed.
so-
We had one really funny joke. This is going to get a little Woodland Hillsy, but there's one restaurant called Adagio. Have you ever been to it on Ventura?
The Italian restaurant there, yes.
Yes, we actually had our rehearsal dinner there. We love that restaurant.
Really?
Yeah, because my wife and I got married here, a property here in Calabasas. But Adagio was a restaurant that we'd go to all the time when we were young and single. But if you've ever been in there, they've since changed the decor. This is 15 years ago. It used to be all pink and gray in there. Do you recall?
I've been there when it's been pink and gray. Yes.
It's all the tablecloths were either light gray.
Yes.
All the cushions were pink,
Yep.
or all the napkins were hot pink, and all the silverware was light gray. It was beautiful. But man, this is a crazy story. One day I said to my wife, I was like, hey, we have to try something, just the two of us. And I went to Goodwill. We have a great Goodwill. Actually,
Sherman Way.
the one that was closest to us then was on Sherman Way, so a little deeper in the valley. This is really deep valley stuff we're
Very
getting
deep.
in here.
Yeah.
folks.
Yeah.
To the valley.
But I picked up all the pink and gray clothing I thought my wife could wear at Goodwill and got it for her next to nothing and brought it home and said, just wear one of these, just wear like a combination of one of these things and I'm going to wear something. And so we were in
Amazing
pink and gray. My
t-shirt.
wife had no idea. And we went to Adagio and we walked in
I
and
love that
we
you went for it.
Oh.
could not stop laughing the entire time. It was crazy. And no one noticed what was happening, just us.
Because you guys blended in with the decor. They didn't even see you probably.
Crazy. And you know, a lot of the clientele there are real like old school,
Yep.
old school Italian place. Great food, by the way.
Yes.
Amazing food.
Very good.
Amazing. And we wore pink and gray. So then we would have a party whenever we would go out with couples. We'd make them come over to our house and
Wear
say,
pink
you got to wear
clothes."
this pink and gray stuff. We're not going to say anything else. And they put it on, and then we'd go to Adagio and we'd walk in. And ladies, I want to tell you, people would freak out when you walk into that restaurant and you're all in pink and gray and you look around and everything's in pink and gray. But one day we took my sister-in-law and my brother-in-law who were in town and we got them in pink and gray and we went there and they had totally redid their insides. It was now like,
So you guys,
it was like maroon and
it wasn't
wasn't
fun
brown.
anymore.
But you guys look
it just
funny.
didn't work out anymore. But it was, oh man, that was a really fun time. So we moved out here and it wasn't, I gotta say, it wasn't until my kids went to, I don't think all of our kids went to the same preschool, right?
We
No,
went to
but we
Boulevard.
went to like gymnastics and stuff together.
We went to the little gym
Yes.
together.
Yeah.
So there was another preschool, a city of Calabasas run preschool that was great. Man, all the teachers were so fun. And we went there, and that's when I really started to you know what? I didn't really start to appreciate Calabasas until my kids started going to our local public school, which is so great, you know?
Yep.
What a great, and also meeting all of you guys and your husbands, and you know, it was so funny. You know, when I registered the girls to go into the chaparral, man, I stood with Keith. I was there with Keith and John. We were all right there, both their husbands. We assigned them all in.
Jerry, I remember with Boys and Girls Club. Remember the first year at school, and we were all like, "Oh my God, we heard there's like a limit with Boys and Girls Club for after school." Because remember in the beginning, kindergarten, it's like they get out of school so early, and so we're like, "Were you there at like 5 a.m. to register your girls for like Boys and Girls Club to make sure you got in?"
There's limited space, but Jerry got two.
To understand, yeah, and listen, I'm very friendly with your husbands as well, and they will tell you, they probably have more insight to this. I suffer from a small problem called obsessive compulsive disorder, and all you have to do is tell me you might not get that thing that you want, and then someone at school said, "Oh, by the way, your kids might not get into that after school program. It fills up pretty quickly."
Yep.
And I was there, I think at 2 a.m. I was online.
You were there really early. Yeah.
There was a sleeping bag involved, I think some snacks, and you had your bed head.
Yeah. It was as if like the Spice Girls had gotten back together and like those tickets like just went on sale.
Wow, there's a lot of tell-all. Now we know why you're Jerry Exotic. Looking up.
How much does that cat weigh, by the way?
Yes.
Captain.
Oh, we have a cat. For those who don't know what we're talking about, I made believe I had an exotic cat, which was our adopted cat, Captain. He must weigh 30 pounds. He's a very fat cat. He's obese.
My God. The head's like a pea.
Honestly, I hate to point fingers. My wife just feeds him. When that cat makes noise, I'm like, let it keep going. You're not getting fed. That cat is overweight.
I agree.
The craziest is, you know, cats are like supposed to be nimble and jump around and everything. When that cat jumps onto or off of things, the house rumbles. I mean, it's crazy. It's the only cat that actually is not like light on its feet.
It's not landing on its feet if it falls out of the tree.
What other animals do you have? I know you have a bunch, like a zoo over there.
We have an illegal amount of dogs here. I probably shouldn't say that on a podcast that says where we live. But some of them we foster. You know, my wife is just on Pet Finder all the time, and these adopting people, we love everybody, email my wife when they'll be like, "Oh gosh, we have a German Shepherd mix in Riverside that's about to be put down. Red alert, red alert." And like driving to Bakersfield. There's a Great Dane mix that needs a home. We have 2 hours. Like doing 90 on like the 5, like go! We're running out of time. And it becomes like, you know. And then we get there and it's like some lady holding a dog, like, "Oh yeah, sorry, we made it sound like it was a big deal." No, everything's fine here. Oh yeah, no, you didn't have to rush here. But then we're like, we'll take the dog, and then that dog, my dog, and then we can't get rid of it. It's a whole cycle that we have.
Wait, don't you guys? You got like
watching. I'm not doing anything but streaming television during this quarantine, and my wife rescued a Great Dane that
Those are huge.
That I watch TV with all the time. Aww. The dog and I watch television.
Oh, your buddy. Yeah. Is that Holiday?
Yes.
Okay, because you did another Jerry Exotic video with Holiday.
With a Great Dane, yeah.
She
sits right on. She always has to touch me, and we sit on the couch and we just watch television. Aww. I've been watching like a show on Amazon and on Netflix called Gomorrah, and another called 000. They're like drug cartel shows. And Everyone else in my house hates them. They're somewhat.
We'll come over and watch them with you and your dog when quarantine's over.
Right. So the only one who will watch them is me and the dog.
You and a Holiday.
Yeah.
I love Wild Kingdom over there. You guys have a lot of animals and rattlesnakes.
Yeah, you got some
Is that
rattlesnakes over there.
dangerous for the dogs?
You do get rattlesnakes. It's really scary.
I know. See, I see a snake. I think they're all just a rattlesnake. There's no
Have you guys seen a
difference
rattlesnake yet?
Not this year. But I imagine with all those dogs running around, you must have had some snake incidents or something happening in your.
One of your dogs got paid for, right?
This is a crazy story, but we had a puppy, and we still have him. And he came up to the house, and he was sort of whining, and he was just being a puppy. And I was like, "Get out of here! Stay outside," or something like that, you know. And he was like kind of whining, and I watched his head, and it started going like this, like his whole head. I mean, in front of my eyes, it started to blow up.
Oh no.
And listen, I'm not a vet. I don't know anything about animals. I said to my wife, I was like, his head's exploded. What's going on here? I didn't know if I was like someone had like slipped me something. I mean, it was crazy. I thought I was on mushroom. I'm not kidding.
Is it me or is it the dog?
And my wife said, he got bitten by a rattlesnake. Let's go to the vet. So we went to the vet immediately. And, because you can't see like a blood mark,
Right,
you know,
right.
you don't see anything. So we took him into that 24-hour vet, and we walked in and we said he got bitten by a rattlesnake, and they were like, right this way, we have the anti-venom, blah, blah, blah. They said, great, just fill out the paperwork, here it is. And I was like filling it out, and I did it quickly. And they said, okay, we need a credit card for the deposit. And I went, yes, of course. And I pulled out my credit card. And then they told me the price of the venom. And I was like, whoa. And I like held my card back. And Rebecca was like, what is it? Give me the card. And I was like, hold on a second. What are there any homeopathic options to, and they were like, sir, no, we need to charge we can't administer the venom until we have the payment. And my wife was like, give them your card. And I was like, honey, no, I mean, it is.
There could be options.
It's a rescue, right?
And look, I love all my dogs. I love them all. You know, it doesn't matter if they're rescues or purchased from the finest breeders in the world, from the finest dog shows in the world. But man, really try not to get your dog bitten by a rattlesnake.
Okay, so it's not cheap. Good to know.
It is, let me put it this way. It is way more than I've spent on cosmetic surgery on myself. And I'm a famous actor.
I gotta talk to my gardener.
Yeah. Put up some snake fence. Well, you look great.
You do look great.
You know.
And I'm sure your dog looks great now too.
All right, guys, I love you. Please be
Yes.
safe and tell your husbands that I said hi.
Jerry, thank you
Thank
so
you for
much.
being here, Jerry. You're awesome.
Tell Rebecca and the kids we said hi.
Oh, hi. That was Jerry. That was awesome. Well, I mean, I'm so happy that he was on our show with us. I guess he had nothing else going on, so, you know, but I think he would have come on anyways because he loves us.
Jerry's awesome. He's very entertaining, very funny, and you know.
You never know what you're going to get with Jerry, but
You
you're
don't
always
know.
going to laugh. You're always going to smile. You always know it's going to be a warm greeting and it's going to be entertaining. So that's good stuff.
Yeah. Jerry, again, like he said, has been entertaining, at least me, since like preschool.
Yes.
Yeah, anyway, so it's, you know, everyone is doing what they can to
Stay entertained.
amuse themselves during these times, and just like we are.
That's right.
Amusing ourselves. And is there anything else that you want to talk about?
I don't know. I mean, I think that the exciting part was having Jerry on the show. We're very excited to be here. I know that, you know, I'm sure everybody's out there wondering what we're doing here. And I'll tell you, we're just having fun. You're here to entertain you, entertain ourselves.
You're entertaining me with your I Dream of Jeannie
I know.
ponytail.
Whatever you want.
I love that show, by
I
the way.
love that show. I know. It was like, take you to another place.
In fact, I did like a news clip of in her outfit, the genie outfit, with the ponytail and everything for a news clip.
You were gonna wear that?
They filmed it on a newscast.
Oh,
But I bet I can find a picture.
I think you should.
But you just reminded me of it when I saw your ponytail.
I could show up next
I do
time with the
too.
ponytail and the whole entire ensemble.
Oh, that
Make
would
all
be
your wishes
amazing.
come true. I won't bring my fairy godmother. You know, we don't want to stir stuff up, but.
Anyway, that is Calabitches, and remember to be kind. Don't forget to laugh, and we can't wait to see you guys next time.
Enjoy each other. Enjoy your world. Enjoy your life. Calabitches out.
Peace.